Dear Hortensia, I'm so glad to hear that you made it safely. My visit to America 5 years ago was so pleasant. Some of the minds behind their revolution were absolutely enthralling. The dear Otises and Richard Henry Lee. Samuel Adams was occasionally a bit coarse for my taste, but I found George Washington to be an absolute paragon, and his wife such a delight. But I'm off the subject at hand, I'm afraid. Rousseau is troubling you, as he so often does me. Rousseau is hardly an isolated case, unfortunately. I often wonder why people don't just think. I know so many people who agree with you in their outrage with Rousseau, following through the argument until they get the idea that it inconveniences them, and then they change their minds without any thought to reason. These are the true sources of misinformation about the differences between sexes. The pride of one sex, and the ignorance and vanity of the other, have helped to support an opinion that a close observation of nature and a more accurate way of reasoning would disprove. That's why I reject outright this idea of sexual excellence. Pope writes about it too, you know. He says that the perfect woman is but a softer man. This is inherently flawed, my friend. It treats the male of our species as the default. You might as well say that a perfect man is but a woman made in a coarser mold. One of us is not more perfectly formed or more advanced in our reason or emotional thinking than the other. But of course, hardly any of us believe it. Notice how quick not only men, but women are to claim women's subordination. It's not because we are humble, Hortensia, but because being idolized by men and throwing away our lives with trifles is easy. It is vanity, the very thing we are accused of, and we are so eager to embody it. Rousseau is an idiot, true. He would claim that our strength is in our subtlety, our art in our manipulation, and without these virtues we would have nothing. He would have us cultivate the very things that hold us back. It's no wonder that women are thought vapid. We're educated to act like it. Education is the problem, Hortensia, and no doubt. Women are brought up for beauty and delicacy and rarely anything else. In fact, if there's anything more ridiculous than a girl's physical education, it's her moral education. The principle and nature of virtue, which is never properly explained to boys, is kept quite a mystery to girls. Certainly they are taught to abstain from vices, but virtues were never taught at all. In fact, the only virtue it is suggested women can attain is the admiration of men. Have you read Chesterfield? He's got a very similar view to Rousseau, but at least he's kind enough to be plain-spoken about it. He calls us big children. We are to be indulged, played with, admired. We have some wit, perhaps, but nothing that could be called intelligence. We're not to be trusted with serious matters. And can you deny that women, so quick to take the easy route, fall blindly into place? All my love to you, Catharine.